Hey everyone, Crash and Crash Customs, Lake Havasu, Arizona. Today, product review. My girl and I went on a Harbor Freight date and I picked up a sandblaster. We'll put this together. I also bought 50 pounds of glass beads, and also outside already I have a bunch of bags of play sand. So we'll run the glass beads through first, see how much gets done and gets cleaned up, and then we'll run the play sand through it and see which is the better deal. I have to blast that hood. Top side is stripped bare metal, but there's areas that need to be cleaned up, and the underside I haven't done anything to. So that'll be the real test for the two products. Let's open this up and see what I got.
Hear that rumble, Arizona steel, Crash Customs.
I said I would never sandblast again. I'd always outsource it. For the most part, I try to do everything myself because outsourcing just means I got to rely on somebody else, right? Well, the last few times I got stuff sandblasted, two different companies. They're probably really good at sandblasting like frames, but not sheet metal. Both pieces came back warped, and it's really not hard to do sheet metal. You just gotta work a little slower, move quicker. Well, actually, you gotta move quicker over the surface. Don't hold it in one spot. I'll show you my technique when I get after that hood, but for now, we'll tear this open, see what needs to be assembled. Hopefully not much, and I'll set things up outside. This right here, Harbor Freight Central Machinery Sandblaster, 110 pound capacity. Should give you just a little over an hour worth of working time. It is kind of their mid-grade, I would say. But there's other companies that sell basically the same unit, just a different color. This was about 170 bucks with no coupon. Had to buy it with no coupon, but whatever. When you need it, you need it. So it packaged nice. There's obviously going to be some assembly. There's the wheels. Okay, got hardware. Ooh, the inside of this smells like the smoke at the factory. Or child labor in China. You shouldn't let those kids smoke. This should be a very complete setup. Hoses and nice handle. Brought the work truck over there to pick it up. Let's see if how awkward this is. Not bad. Right there. Got a water trap on it. Valves everywhere. Blow off valve right here because it's a pressurized tank. Heavy duty hose. Everybody likes heavy duty hose. Funnel to fill it. Wasn't expecting a funnel. That's nice. All right. I'll probably peruse these really quick, the directions, get this thing assembled. fully assembled, and I just got to pour media in there and set things up outside over there. But let me show you the few things that I don't know, I didn't like, I guess, but it's fairly irrelevant. It's not surprising. These wheels and axle, there's no spacers between the wheel and the tube here. It doesn't come with, I just put washers in here. Otherwise, it maneuvers back and forth. The tire rubs on the mount. And I don't know, I want it easy to roll. It's going to be heavy, right, once it's filled with media. Also, soapy water, squirt bottle. Check the fittings. A couple of them needed to be just tightened a little bit more. Kind of nice. Comes with a full roll of Teflon tape and extra tips. Directions though, all these pages, there's more here about setting up your compressor than it is about setting that up. This is really all there is direction wise for setting this up. So basic knowledge of things. Look at the picture on the box, see what needs to be put where. And all this hardware here for mounting the handle to the tank, no lock washers. I kind of feel things vibrating, air moving around, moving it from spot to spot. Chintzy little hardware is going to loosen up, so I threw lock washers on there. No big deal. All right, 50 pounds of glass beads from Harbor Freight in the blaster. I sifted it just to make sure. I had this screen from another portable blaster, but I would definitely sift anything you put in here, anything. I'm definitely going to sift that because that's just play sand. I don't really like how the inside of this has condensation. Hopefully when I put it through there it won't clog. That looks like it's totally damp. Any kind of sifter, right? Like grandma's not making cookies for you anymore and doesn't need the sift flour, grab that from her. Any kind of screen. I'm gonna run that 50 pounds through there, see how far I get on the backside and how long it takes compared to the sand. I think I'm set up, ready to go. I got air to it. This valve is open all the way, and this one, we're at 95 psi inside the tank. And I got this one in the middle that is going to regulate like how much sand comes out. So I'm sure I'm going to have to tweak things when I start using it. It shouldn't take much to get the paint off because it's just one or two coats of black from the factory. They didn't put much on the underside of the hood. We'll see about the rust and the pitting in certain areas. Got my shield, got my dust mask. Should be good enough for what I'm doing. I mean, this stopped a virus for how many years? Right? It's early morning. The hood temperature is a cool 91 degrees. Out in the sun, look at that hot rod. The sheet metal out there is 121. So we'll see how long this all takes and what the temperature is by the time I'm done. All right, let me give you my first impressions. I got about, I don't know, maybe a quarter of this done with the 50 pounds and halfway on the valve down there. I kind of feel like if I open that up all the way, things would go faster, but for consistency of testing this material to the sand, I'm going to suffer through for you guys to see how long 50 pounds of that runs through. This amount here took about half an hour, which it was agony, really. This Deadman switch is it's awful. The grip on it to hold it open. I'm going to be looking into a way to just change this to like a ball valve, so you flip the lever and it's open all the time. But for now, I'm gonna clamp this down once I get rolling. It's too much work holding that open. Anyways. When I figure out the ball valve replacement scenario, I'll show you, and that will be a way better solution than obviously my clamp. But surface wise, it definitely is cleaning it up. I'm happy with that. It was strong enough that it even blew through what I didn't even realize was a rust spot, so I'll have to do a patch repair there. And for now, this is 100% empty. I don't know if you can see the plug down there, but this is empty. Me grabbing it and wiggling it, I just wanted to make sure it was empty, and it is not plugged up with water yet. This trap is completely empty, so I'm happy about that. But this sand, like I said, I opened it up hoping to air it out a little bit, but you put your, it feels moist, which I really am going to hope for the best, but I'm going to assume 50 pounds of that sand sitting in there, it's going to clog up the bottom. Whatever, I'm gonna try it because I want to get this done. I don't want to like let sand dry for however long. Whatever, I'm gonna put it in and see how it goes. Fingers crossed. It looks like I got a new plan for today. I started putting some of this moist sand in here, and it's so wet it doesn't even want to go through my little screen here. So I'm going to open these bags and maybe spread this sand out on cardboard or plastic overnight, and hopefully it will dry up, and I can use this without, I know that's going to plug down there. It's way too wet. And besides, I don't know if you can hear in the background, I'm not complaining, I'm just stating, we're next to the fire department, and they got a field trip going on with little kiddies over there, hopefully getting some new recruits, you know, in the future when they become 18 and older. So I don't really want to be making a mess and a lot of noise and ruining the field trip next to us. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up all these bags and see if I can dry this out, because it is, you can see the condensation in all of them. I don't know why they would. I know why. They wet the sand to get it up to 50 pounds, right? Water's heavy. Yep. It's a new day. I got a new plan. I'm not using this play sand stuff. I siphoned some of it through that actually dried up overnight. But look how big these granules are. That's just going to plug up the tip of the gun here on this, right? I got that play sand from Lowe's. I did stop at Tractor Supply, and they also have play sand, which is way finer grit, but that's all wet and muddy. I don't know why guys are using it on YouTube thinking it's awesome, but it's way too much work. So I'm not sure what substitute media I'm going to use if I just buy more of this, right? I haven't gone that far into it, but I know I'm not wasting time with this chaos. And let me show you what I'm doing to the gun itself with the dead man switch and ball valve trigger thing. I got that in the shop. Let me show you. Because I never throw anything out, I got pretty lucky. Everything I need to convert this over, I had. I took apart the handle with this heavy, muscular grip switch. Just these screws, it pops off, and let me show you what it leaves you. That's what you got, right? So I had all the fittings that I need. Let me put that down for a minute. All right, this came with it. It was like that. The black hose gets clamped to that. Messed through my bin of fittings, and let me show you what I came up with. This one, ball valve I had, probably from a air compressor, shop air compressor that got worn out, and I saved the fitting. And this one for this. So I gotta tighten that all up, and I'll have an on-off switch. I kind of like the idea of popping this metal handle switch off and putting the casing back on. It might be easier to grip than just the thin, pipe right there. So I might do that. Plans change, and you got to roll with it, right? Now I have 2 more different products, so there's going to be 3 total tested here. Black Diamond Coal Slag Fine Grit, I got that from Tractor Supply right here. Black Oxide, aluminum oxide, 70 grit, both 50 pounds. The other product I tested was 50 pounds. I got this from Harbor Freight also. So I got the hood divided in 3 sections. A little uneven, because originally I was only going to test 2 things. But this right here is the glass beads. This stuff right here. And I swept up, sifted, and there's my leftovers. That'll be used later. So I will test probably the other Harbor Freight item here, and then the coal slag from Tractor Supply in the center. I was struggling a bit on that one. I still had some residual sand in the tank that was clogging up the tip. You can see here, the lighter color stuff is the sand, and it is chunky. You can see quite a bit over there. And but right here, super easy. You just unscrew it, turn this off, unscrew this, and you can just clear it out like that. That's my own fault. So my timeline on how much time I spent blasting 50 pounds of aluminum oxide out of here probably is going to be skewed. Maybe in editing I can figure that out, but you can see it moved along quick. Let me clear some of this off. All right, you can see what was done, what wasn't done. I feel I got a little bit further along with the aluminum oxide. Center is going to be the coal, so I'm going to spend some time, reload, make sure it's cleaned out inside, keep going. I'm loaded up with the coal. This is supposed to be the fine stuff, but definitely filter it, because they probably switch conveyor belts in there. There is some big chunkies in there. I am impressed with the coal slag. I spent 20 minutes down the center. These areas here, it's just chunky glue, probably from the heat pad. You know, I forget what they call those. Anyways, look at how clean the metal is. Super clean. Did this whole section, went over in here a little bit, also did this here, and I did this lip, all with the coal. I don't know. It really blasted through. I would probably, you know, like time wise, I think coal is the way to go for me, anyways. But there's other things to consider. The coal is I paid $16 for 50 pounds, and according to sources on the internet, you get one pass. So like I swept things up here, and I'm going to reuse it, but apparently the second pass with coal is irrelevant, right? The aluminum oxide, that was $70 for 50 pounds, but you get 6 to 8 passes. The beads, the glass beads, that was also $70, one pass. So forget the glass beads. Maybe in a blast cabinet, but I don't know. One pass and you're done. That seems kind of pointless. It also depends on the area you're working in. How much of it can you contain? Do you want to contain it? Do you care, right, about sweeping it up and reusing it? If you're just one and done, I'd probably just go with the coal. So my current plan is got these piles swept up. I'm gonna put it back in the blaster with the siphon and finish this up, but man, that coal was nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Real quick. I spent half an hour with the glass beads over here, and you can see what's done. And I don't know about the time. Maybe when I edit I can figure out how much time was spent with the aluminum oxide, but woo. All right, more work to do. Oh, let me give you the quick little weather report. It's noon right now. Sheet metal in the shade, 106. Sheet metal out in the sun, 125. It's still a dry heat, so I'm barely sweating. Unless I put that freaking helmet on. Where did I put that? Over here. This thing, it don't breathe, obviously. There's a little bit of breather right there in the back. But it drips off of you when you're wearing that, that's for sure. Let me tell you my little technique for hitting this. I think it's the most effective way of hitting it. When I'm blasting into the area that I need to hit, that I need to clean up. My thinking is, and it works, if you're blasting this flat surface, it's going to ricochet and hit this high side. So you're actually doing two areas at the same time, basically, as opposed to like backing into the area. It's just ricocheting off of stuff you already cleaned up. Might as well try to maximize it as much as you can. And then on the sheet metal, like this is the skin, I hit it on an angle, and I move pretty quick, even if I have to go over it twice, because I don't want the sheet metal, the skin, to get hot and warped. The inner structure, that don't matter. It ain't gonna move around on you, so you can hit that however you want and as slow as you want. But I like to aim it into the area that needs to be blasted. I'm done blasting the hood, top side and bottom. Top side was already stripped, so I really just had to dust it. There's a few areas that were a little scabby that I cleaned up, but man, I am totally happy with this. Once I changed this handle to the ball valve, oh, so much easier. And like this whole assembly is not heavy. I've had some where the hose is twice the diameter, the weight. You know, you pick it up for 5 minutes, it's fine, but you're doing this for 3 hours or so, everything gets heavy. Let me show you the way I think is the most easiest way to depressurize that, I guess. Right, turn this valve off, which is, it's off right now, so if you disconnect this, none of this air will shoot out. So that's what I do. I disconnect that, and then I open this up. Super easy, super safe. What else? Maybe I'll show you my air compressor, because you do need some air to move that around, even though it's pressurized. Let me show you that. Future project right there, personal project, 33 Ford, with a heavy chop. Let me show you the inside here. I will eventually have videos on that 79 Trans Am. Been in the family since the early 80s. Oh, fountain of youth right there. Every time I get in it, I think I'm a dumb teenager. This right here is for the hood, or the hood is for this. 1968 Oldsmobile 442, factory 4-speed numbers matching car, original owner. It's a customer car. It's coming along great. Back here, I got the compressor out back. These are the seats. Started the seats for the 442. There'll be videos on this. Right here, my Quincy stand-up. Right? I do have a second stand-up compressor, but that's not hooked up right now. I need a new electric motor for it. So maybe one of the future videos will be me tying these two together for air on the body shop side of the shop, and I'm gonna replumb things too. So, but this thing working hard all day. Probably, yeah, she's warm. That's really warm. I've swept up out here from that break where the shadow is to here probably 3 times. Siphoned it all back in there, and I never noticed a difference from the first pour to the third pour, right? And I don't know, I think that coal is the way to go. It's the cheapest. Obviously I've swept that up and put that back in there, and I think the next time I use it, I'm going to use all coal, see how long it lasts, and then maybe in the comments I'll drop it down and let you guys know. But that works awesome. I'm very happy with buying that, because I got plenty of rusty stuff that needs to be blasted. If you could, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll keep giving you weekly content as always. I do appreciate it. Thanks.